multitasking here. All right, guys, we are going to do videos or resistance bands or tubing legs. I'm going to move that so you can see my feet. Nothing fancy. So I'm here in my office with my door set up, and I'll show you how this is set up. It's totally homemade door catch. So I'll show you that once I take it off the door. We're going to start with a squat to lunge, and then mid stance low step outs. And we're going to do 4 sets of 20. So I will show you a squat to lunge. We're going to hang on to this. If like I can't back up all the way or you can't see my feet, so I might just grab the band up higher here so you have some tension. And you're going to squat mid stance. You're going to squat and then lunge. Squat and then lunge. So what you don't want to do is start bouncing on this, because then that's cheating, right? So if I get a good bounce, I have a momentum. So I'm going to just turn so you can see mid stance. We're going to take our mid stance and turn the toes out, and the glutes go back. So you're going to be here, toes slightly turned out. You're going to hinge and drop in. So the thing too is with your squats, as you drop in, especially with the bands, if your knees buckle in, squeeze this hip and that butt, and my knee should move out and go in the same angle as my toes. So my knees shouldn't point in and my toes point out. I'm going to squeeze my butt, and I'm going to keep those knees over the same angle as the toes, not out in front. You don't want to drive the knees. You want to be here and sink in. Don't bounce on the bands. Don't cheat. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go this way. Let me move this camera so you guys can see me a little bit better. Working in confined spaces. We all know how that feels right now. So I'm going to grab up high, mid stance, turn the toes out. I'm going to squat and step back. Squat and lunge. Squat and lunge. So in that lunge, you're going to step back, drop in, not over, in, drop into that back knee. So let me see where, so you guys can go into a 90-90, and then step into that mid stance, squat, and then step back with the other leg, 90-90. You don't want to push forward, and you don't want to be leaning or crumpled up. You want to be long spine, proud chest, drop in. So we're going to do 20 of these. I'm counting one leg. So you'll do 10 each side and double squats. So it's a bonus. Not really 20, but more like 40 squats. So I'm going to grab the band up high, get a little tension, squat, lunge. 2, 2, 3, 4. So as you see, I'm never coming all the way up. Like I'm not resting in between. You'll do 20. I just did 3 of those. So it's a constant movement. Then we're going to do a mid stance, low step out. So with this, I'm going to just hold this band. Hopefully it doesn't come off the door. So we're going to be here with a little bit of tension, right? Mid, low. So we're going to step out. And this tension just forces the core. It's not a lot of work on my legs, this band right here, but it does force my core to engage, because I have something that's going to make my upper body move around. And so my core has to hold on tighter to stabilize that movement. So that's the benefit, because a lot of times we get to go and doing squats and our core isn't engaged. It's like, bleh, right? Same with our butt. Body weighted squats, your glutes don't have to engage because it's light enough. It'll help stabilize the work. So really focus on squeezing your butt cheeks at the bottom, right? You feel like I can't really squeeze. There's 2 other, there's the maximus and then there's the medius and the minus. And so we want to focus on squeezing in that full stretch of the maximus, so those other 2 glute muscles will kick in a little bit more aggressively. So when you're in this squat, we're going to squat down. So from the side, my weight is in my heel, my booty's back, my body, I'm not rounded, and I'm not twerking. That's a different video. So you don't want to be twerking, you want to be locked in, core tight, sink into the hips, and you're going to step out and in. So from front view, out, in. So I'm going to try not to bounce. I'm going to force that core to hold my arms here and keep that movement smooth. So you're going to do 20. That's 1, 1. All right. If you're counting 1, 2, you go to 40. Right. You're going to do 4 sets of that. I'll post the workout in the comments. So after that, you're going to pull this bad boy off. Let me show you this. So I have these grips that go around my hands and wrists that are for gripping and pulling, right? I don't have a door stop for my bands. I don't have a big fancy band set up. So I looped it, and then I just basically took the other one and Velcroed, because the Velcro is like superpower, and I just Velcroed it on, and that's my door stop. So you can also, if you have bands and you want a homemade door stop, you can get a big carabiner, stick it on there, and then loop some kind of Velcro or something else. So the carabiner will be on the band side of the door, but the band can slide through it, and then stick something that won't come through the door or the bottom of the door when we go to the low position, that it won't slide out and snap you in the face. So here I'm going to put it about halfway up. We'll lock the door so it doesn't open on me. So that's about even with my hips. That's where I'm going to put that. So somewhere in this range is best. We're going to do a forward lunge. So I'm just going to grab, not my handles, because otherwise I'm going to be up in your guys' space. So if I had a bigger space, by all means. So I'm going to hold this at my hips where there's tension, and I'm going to step out. I'm going to show you how you don't want to step out and let the band pop you back, because that's cheating. So the tension is on the way out, step down, come up and back in. Alternating, that weight is in the front heel. So let me turn sideways. So you're going to put that band, tension at the hips, just hold it so you have some resistance. Let me not confuse myself. So here, and I'm going to step out and then lunge down, right? So, and then back. So from the side, I just hold these at my hips. It's stepping away from the band and dropping in. Same good lunge position, all right? So here, step out, 1, 1, 2, 2. You're going to do 20 of those. So 20 each leg. And then we're going to do a lateral lunge or a squat. So I'm going to turn. I'm going to hang on to both bands. We're going to pull away and then lunge into it and come back up. So that lateral lunge or squat. I always call it a squat. Everybody else calls it a lunge. You're going to step out, lunge down, and back up. You got to be pulling away from the bands. Don't let them pull you back up. Step, lunge. Weight goes into that heel. You're not here, and you're not twisted. You're here. Come back out. Here. And if you're footing, or you get a little off balance, or you really start to cheat and let that band snap you back, just stay in place and lunge and up. So if I do that, I'm here, and my weight is in my heel, my butt's back, my spine is straight, and I'm just going to be here pulling against that band, but sideways. So you're going to do 20 and then 20 on the other leg. So that is your mid here. 4 sets. I'll post the workout. So then we're going to take this band, stick it underneath. Make sure the door is shut. So here, you're going to take the resistance bands and hold them at the chest. You're going to be up close to the wall, and you're going to take a super wide stance, turning the toes out more aggressively, pull in the core, and you're going to sink in. And you're going to do a low sumo squats. You won't come all the way up. You won't lock out. You're going to be here, way back. So from the side view, super wide, turn the toes out a little more aggressively, hinge, sink in, squeeze the butt to keep those knees open. So in this position, and then you're going to come up. So you'll never lock out. You'll be about down and then almost to the top. So it looks like this. So super wide, turn the toes out, bands at the chest, here, and down, and squeeze up. So the most work, and you can do this actually in reverse when it's up high. You're pulling at the bottom, you're not gonna have a ton of tension, but up here, as you get to the top, you're really gonna have to pull, which will pull in a little more quads, and those glutes will stabilize that band. So we're gonna do 20 of those, and then we're gonna do banded swings. So my band's too long for my little space here. So I'm gonna grab here, it's just like a kettlebell swing, right? So in a kettlebell swing, you're thrusting the hips, not pulling with the upper body. So if I had a kettlebell, I'm gonna swing, right? Hip thruster, you're gonna push the glutes to drive the bell. So the band, be careful, don't let the band snap you back, right? The whole point of this, core engagement, work the legs and those little stabilizing muscles so you control pull, squeeze the glutes at the top, push the hips forward, belly button braced, and then control it back down. So these are less momentum, but it does put you in that good, proper position. Wide feet, turn the toes out. I'm just gonna reach down, and I'm gonna pull and squeeze. So there's no tension here, and then at the top, there's tension. You really gotta push those hips out, down, and swing. Down, so reach between and pull forward. Also, if you're to do like what we call at the gym, dirty girls, kind of like that, but with a little more push forward into that hip thruster, because that's the beginning of your power moves. So in that wide, you're gonna reach through, squeeze forward, wherever the bands lay, right? Squeeze. Just don't let the band knock you into that wall. So I'll post the workout, but you're gonna do those 2 up high 4 times, the next 2 4 times, and it's gonna take you a minute to get used to the bands on the door and setting up. I really know, like, if I had a different door at a different angle or I moved my stuff around, I'd probably show you, but you're just gonna see my back for most of this. But 4 sets of each one out to 20. And remember, the key with the bands is to stabilize the movement and force that core and those stabilizing muscles to contract and to help guide, because now you're unstable with that band, offering a little bit of resistance for the legs. If you're new to working out, that might be a lot of resistance. You can always go down to where you loop the bands and just use one band. I have my braided band out, so I have my other band here too, but you can always go to one and just hang on to it. Or if you have a lot of space, you can move away from the door. But so that is your leg workout. See how it goes. Let me know if you're like, I cannot get this thing to stick to the door, or you're having like, what am I doing? Video me, Facebook message me your little video, ask me for form help. I'm here to help you. Post it in the Facebook group, TWF live workouts, and we can hash out some of that form, especially when, like, if you're not used to the bands, it gets a little bit like, what in the heck am I doing? I will be posting some little bands. I don't know where mine are, but I also have all these therma bands that I have just, I just tied in knots, so they create a loop, and I can untie them and have a straight band. So we'll do some of that stuff in a couple days. See, this is a doorstop that I got with probably this thermoband, but it slides out from underneath the door. So you definitely want to put a bigger hook on that or something, because this slides out and then I slap myself in the face when it's under the door. At the top, it usually does okay. But anyways, check it out, see what you think, try them. It's a great workout. It's a great leg day, so I will post the full workout. Sorry, I'm videotaping 2 different ways here. So I will post the full workout in the comments. So I hope you enjoy. A little funky me time. We're just hitting the office workouts.
Just in case Facebook blocks